As a psychologist, and particularly one who has focused a lot of my work on supporting women in healing from trauma and abuse and all of these sorts of things that women endure, when we started talking about surrogacy, what really spoke to my heart was the fact that not only could we potentially have this baby that we want, but also the opportunity to really support a woman and give back to her in some way. This idea of reciprocity really spoke to me. And so when we found conscious conception and they were talking about reciprocity and about things like epigenetics, things that no one else we'd spoken to talked about, I'm not even sure they were thinking about. It felt like this is clearly the way that we want to go, because they understand that and value that this isn't about money. It's about love and respect and co-creating to make hopefully a world that's more intentional, more conscious. So everything about that just made it super clear to us that this was the right organization, the right program to go through. As we were meeting with Luis and learning a little bit more from him about the program, again, as someone who works in mental health, there were so many things that he spoke to that I just know from my training are invaluable. Like, for example, he talked about not defaulting to scheduled cesarean sections, but trusting and supporting the process of natural birth whenever possible. He talked about working with the surrogate to make sure, if possible, we could do some sort of breast milk pumping program. He talked about things like how important it is for the baby in utero to form associations with voice, and that potentially we could make recordings so that through this whole incubation process, this beautiful surrogate who's working, I think, as a healer and as a portal for a spirit to come through could get to know her voice, but also to know, in this case, my voice. And so all of those things, the psychological impact for the development of that child are just, you can't even put a price on what that means. And to do it with such thoughtfulness is so important.